Hey guys, I've decided to do another video. Today is February the 9th and it is 10 minutes to 5 in my world. I've decided to do another video because I've literally come across a topic that fascinates me. And I wanted to talk about it because I think it's really odd. It's called, and I'm not even sure if this is actually what it's called, but I heard a pastor speaking on it. And it's weather moods is the best way I know how to describe it. It's people that literally let the weather determine their moods. Now let that sink in for a minute. I'm not sure how that works. I've never got up feeling just blank. Gone to the bathroom and then exited the bathroom and ran to the nearest window or to the front door and peeked outside. Oh, that's how I'm going to feel today. How does that work? So if I'm sitting here and it's sunny outside, yay, I'm excited, and then all of a sudden the clouds roll in and the rain starts and I go from yay to how does that work? Guys, who is in charge of you? Who is in charge of you that's got you doing that? I mean, that couldn't be more satanic, demon oppressed crap if you tried. I mean, seriously, who's pulling the strings on your marionette? Who's got their hand up your caboose running the puppet? I mean, I don't get it. So you're telling me you get up in the middle of the night and it's dark out, so you're just completely emotionless, completely without feeling, because you have no idea what direction to go in. And then when you do get up the next morning, you literally have to look out the window, because I got a window over there. So I have to come, sit at my desk. Oh, so that's how I'm going to feel today. Somebody explain that one to me. That's as crazy as me being upset because I've got rent due and I'm short. That's as crazy as me being upset because my light bill is due and I can't, and I'm not saying that any of this is true, so please don't contact me trying to help me with my light bill. But I don't get that. That's like saying, you know, I don't have enough gas to get from here to China, so I'm going to boo-hoo and cry because I'm not going to China this weekend. I'm really not going to sit around crying and being upset because I don't have, and these are examples, okay? So no one look and go, oh, she can't pay her rent. My rent's fine. But I'm not going to sit around being upset because I don't have all my rent money. I'm not going to sit around crying because I'm $20 short on my light bill. I'm not going to sit around boo-hoo crying because, or being upset or worrying myself to death because I'm short on my car payment or my insurance payment or whatever, my mortgage payment or my life insurance payment. Because you know why? That's stupid. Let me ask you this. If you're short on your rent, or you can't pay your light bill, let's just say that. Let's say that. Let's say you can't pay your light bill, and the light company is coming out to cut you off today. And this is a serious question. The light company is on their way to cut you off because you didn't pay your electric. So now all of a sudden you've gone from happy-go-lucky to I'm just curious. Which one of them tears did you pluck off to pay your light bill? Which one of those grumpy, bad moods did you hand over to the light company and say, here, take this crappy mood. You take this crappy mood and you use it as a deposit on my light bill. So you went from happy-go-lucky to Sir Poops-a-lot, and they still cut you off anyways. They still cut your utilities off anyway. So now, you got a crappy mood and you're in the dark. Well, I guess we can all thank God you're in the dark because we don't have to see your crappy mood face, huh? Haha, let that sink in. I mean, seriously. You're gonna be able to do as much as you can do, no matter what you choose your attitude, people. The sun doesn't get to choose your attitude. The cigarette doesn't get to choose your attitude. The cup of coffee doesn't. I ain't had my coffee yet this morning. I'm going to be in a butthole mode because I had my sip of coffee. No. You chose that mood. You chose that mood. You chose that path. Let that sink in. Because no matter what's going on around you, it's not going to change according to your mood. So why does your mood change according to that? So Satan gets to come in and not only steal your finances, your electric, and your mood. He gets to steal all three of those, apparently. But then he also gives you the ability to destroy the mood and mindset and hearts of those around you. Who is your father? I know people look at me crazy majority of the time because I sit around happily go excited and you know I deal with things just like anybody else. You know, I sat here and told y'all the other day that I was going through some issues with a broken truck and I was short on food. And I'm not anymore, so please don't comment, you know, you want to help. I appreciate that. But I'm good. I really am good. But I want you guys to know, the entire time I had a happy attitude about it. The way you see me here and now, and when I talk about being excited about my blessings that are coming and that we're expecting, that have arrived and that are steady flourishing, and that, you know, that's how I always am. That's how I feel. There's very few people in my life that have the ability to change my mood. And even then, I have to evaluate, am I going to change my mood according to what that person has said, done, going to do? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've gotten to the point when something is on my mind, rather than sitting around pouting about it, I'll just tell my husband, hey, I got an issue. And we're going to talk about it. I'm not going to sit around pouting and whining and I mean, majority of my day is spent being overwhelmingly excited. And I have people, and I go around, literally, I do. I should bring one of my kids out here. But anyway, I literally walk around my house singing and dancing and making cat noises. I know that's crazy. And I'm a 50-year-old woman, but I am that happy about life. I am that excited about what my Father is doing in my heart and in my head and in my body and in my home. And I'm so excited about where I'm going. And I know where I'm at and I know where I've been. And I don't give the sun rising and falling, the clouds coming and going, that much power over me. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't give my earthly bills, because that's all earthly crap. If I drop right now, I'm not taking my rent with me. I'm not taking my mortgage with me. I don't have to pay light bill in heaven. That's all earthly crap that Satan uses to lie to you and to destroy you and to tear you apart. And here's the thing. Satan doesn't even have to touch the other people in your household, because he plays you like a marionette with the strings attached up here, or either his hand up your butt, hitting the little stick, playing you like the ventriloquist dummy. You can take your pick. If Satan can get you to treat the people of your household like crap, because your light bill's due, or your rent's due, or your car's due, or you got a payment on this, or you got a payment on that. I gotta pay this and I ain't got no money. I gotta pay that and I ain't got no money. That's great. Instead of going through life smiling and getting over it and taking the money you do have and paying what you can and whatever happens, happens. No. I'm in a crap mood because I don't have no money. And so I'm going to pick apart every single person in my household and make them feel like crap too. Now we all get to sit around here feeling like crap. And we still don't have enough money. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a minute. I'll give you a minute. So now, you've decided you're going to be miserable because there's not enough money to pay all the bills. And you're going to make everybody else around you miserable. And then, you still get to sit in your misery and not have the money. I don't understand that. But on the off chance that the sun shines while you don't have enough money to pay all your bills, you get happy because the sun shines. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works because, I put my hands in, I put my life and my moods and my happiness in the hands of my Father, because my Father says that I'm going to have joy unspeakable, and I do. Because I've come to realize that my moods are a choice. And it doesn't matter how I feel about something, because I'll be honest with you. Your feelings don't move God. Nowhere in the Bible does it say, well, you've cried at me long enough, I'm going to pay your light bill. It doesn't. God is moved by your loyalty and your faith. And He is a great provider. Now, if you are just too, you're just too stuck into yourself to be happy. I don't know. I mean, do you do it to get attention in this world? I don't get that concept. I don't get the whole concept. Because I'm going to tell you, I've got joy in my heart. I've got joy in my life. I've got joy in my soul. I've got joy in my body. Because guess what? I could sit around and be upset about the man in the mood and the kids down the street. And, I could choose a number of things to be upset about. But the truth about it is it doesn't matter how you feel. That situation's still going to be that situation. So you can make it a good time, a learning experience, a growing experience, and you can live, learn, love, and move on. Or you could sit and be miserable. But that situation's going to be that situation regardless. Trust me, I know what it's like. I've had my lights turned off before. I've had my lights turned off. I've had my phone turned off. I've had cars repo. I've had all this stuff done. I wasn't just born rich, and I wasn't just born saved. I've had many a things. Many a things. So I understand. Hell, I've even faced homelessness. I've faced homelessness. And I tell you what, my kids were little. And to this day, they will tell you, they thought it was a camping adventure. Because I didn't sit around boo-hooing, oh, poor me, I'm about to lose my house, I don't know. No. I ain't had time for that. I had, I think the boys were, I want to say 3 and 4, and the girls might have been 8 and 10, somewhere around there, or 7 and 10, somewhere around there. If I remember right, all the kids were under teenagers. But beside the point is, you know, me and my husband made it into a camping trip. And lo and behold, things worked out. Because that's what they do. Us sitting around, and we went to a legitimate camping site. We stayed there for a few days and actually had a great time. The kids did not know we were facing homelessness. They did not know we were on the brink of losing the house. They did not know we were having financial trouble. They did not, because we didn't sit around crying about it. We literally went fishing and played around with the kids, and then we talked to people and sought help and received help at that time, and we got done what needed to be done. But I don't remember, even in myself, and I'm sitting here thinking now, I remember facing the fact that we were facing homelessness, but I don't even remember that being a bad time. And I remember times where our lights were cut off, and we were happy and excited because we still had food. And so the food didn't go bad. We cooked up all the meat and put it in a ice chest with some ice over it, and we had food to eat. And we had flashlights and kerosene lamps, and we played cards, and we played Monopoly, and we had a good old time. And that was back before we had computers and stuff. Once because this has happened to me a couple of times, we've either lost power due to weather, or back in the day when me and my husband were newly married and we were just starting out, we lost due to lack of payment. I mean, it is what it is. But there's been a few times we've been without power, and there were times back before laptops and downloads and all that stuff. And we played cards, and we played and see, those memories make me happy. It was supposed to have been a hard time. It was supposed to have been a hard time. And I'm sitting here remembering. And I've got amazing memories. I remember being happy. I remember with kerosene lamps or flashlights, because I've got flashlights like all over the place. You know, and yeah, this is just a little stick light. And I normally have another one right here, but I think my younger son ran off with it. But or he stuck it on the fridge, so we've got one in the kitchen. But we're always expecting, because of where we live. I mean, if the wind blows, the power goes out. But I'm remembering these times as good times, because these times brought us together. As we're, you know, normally day to day, it's like it is right now. I'm making a video, the kids are in the back playing, and, you know, and husband's at work, other son's at work, but let the power go out. They're gonna come out of the back, and I'm gonna put a movie on my laptop here, because it's got a good 3-hour life because the battery's charged. And I'm gonna put on a movie from Netflix, Vudu, Primetime, and we're gonna play some board games and be happy. We're gonna be happy. I don't understand. I don't comprehend letting the situation around you dictate the mood. I can understand the people around you affecting the mood. Because when you love somebody and you care about somebody and they say something that's hurtful, I can understand that being hurtful. But as far as situations go, I can't understand being upset and yelling and screaming at the kids because the lights went out. I can't understand yelling and screaming at the kids because you're running out of food. Go get food. Go get food. We're in America. Go knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, I'm going through some stuff right now, and I would really appreciate it if you could give me a can of corn. Go down the street to the next neighbor's house. Hey, I know you don't know me. I'm going through hard times right now. Money's kind of short. I'm your neighbor from around the way. You wouldn't happen to have a little bit of rice. I'm running out of food. Let somebody knock on my door and tell me they don't have no food. I'm going to give them more than they could carry. And again, I'm not trying to say I'm something I'm not. But I'm going to make sure they don't go. Because I can't lay my head on my pillow at night knowing that somebody, especially one of my neighbors, don't have any food. I don't get treating your family like crap for other people. I don't care what video game you're into. I don't care what phone call you're on. I don't care what job you're trying to get to. Because these are all things that if you wasn't there, these people would not miss you. Do you think before you get on that video game, them people are sitting there, we're waiting for so-and-so to come on. Waiting for, ding, they're on. We can play now. Do you think them people at that job are sitting there going, we're waiting for so-and-so to get here. The place just doesn't run right until they get here. Oh my gosh, they're going to be late. That's so terrible. So-and-so's here. Yay! You on a phone call with somebody, or some stupid bill collector, or somebody that thinks you owe them money or whatever, and you in the background go, shut up, I'm on the phone. You talk better to them people on the phone than you talk to, and them people on the phone don't know you, get paid whether you called that day or not. And you don't talk to people in your house like crap. But you'll talk to a total stranger like they love and care about you. Like they're going to be there for you when your family won't. Let that sink in for a minute. Go on, I'll give you a minute. So, I don't understand treating your family like crap to get to a job because you're going to be late. First off, it's not your family's fault that you're going to be late. You a grown-ass man or woman. And yes, I said that because it's in the Bible. So you a grown donkey. How about that? It depends on, and I'm big on talking about different varieties of Bible. So it depends on what Bible you read. But ass or donkey is in the Bible. But you a grown donkey. And you could get up, get ready, have ample time to be nice to your family before you go off to work. Or you could act like a 5-year-old, waiting for somebody else, making your responsibilities theirs, waiting for somebody else to get you up and take care of your responsibility. Then them same people that you want to do everything for you before you rush off to work are the same people that you want to tear down, make feel like crap, cuss out in some situations, totally degrade. And these are the same people you will trip over in your house because you're overgrown donkey about to be late for work. So you tripping over the dog, the kids, and your spouse to get to the door so you could get to work on time. And you wouldn't got this, now keep this in mind, you wouldn't got this job because you want to take care of your family because you love them. Let that sink in. You wouldn't got this job so you could provide for the family that you love. The same family that you treat like crap to run off to the job where you treat them people better than you ever treat the people at home while they're treating you like you treat the people at home. Let that sink in. Let that sink in for a minute. Think about how you treat the people at home. And think about how the people at work treat you. That just came full circle, didn't it? So now you know how you make the people at home feel. But keep in mind, these are the people you ran your butt up out of your house, kicking the dog, tripping over your wife, or your spouse, because you could be a man or a woman. I don't know. Nowadays, you could be more than that. So I'm just going to say your spouse. Because last I heard there was 80-something, I don't know. My Bible says God made Adam and then Eve. So I don't know what's going on in your world, but that's a whole nother video. But keep that in mind. You went tripping out the door. And the only reason you're tripping over them is because the kids want to give you a hug. The dog's happy to see you. The spouse is trying to give you a hug and a kiss on their way out. My dog down there dreaming. And she got to be having good dreams because she ain't never known a bad life because I've had her since she was 6 weeks old to the day. And I know where I got her from. She never had a bad life. But, and then the people that you're rushing out the door to go see, when you get there, they treat you like you just got through treating your family. Your family gonna be there at the end of the day. Your family's gonna be there at the end of the day. Your family gonna be there tomorrow and the next day. That job might not be. Oops. Let that sink in. That job might not be. So you literally treated your wife and your kids like crap. Tripped over them. Yelled and screamed at them because they wanted to show you some love on your way out the door. To show up at a job where they treat you like crap. And that might not be there at the end of the day. But when you come home, that family gonna be there. Explain those moods to me. Explain those justifications to me. Explain, I love you, but I'm going to treat you like crap so I can go earn money to support you because I love you. I mean, seriously, let that sink in for a minute. And the people that I love and that I know love me and that's going to be there at the end of the day, I'm going to treat them like crap. And then I'm going to go to a place where they treat me like crap, but they ain't going to be there at the end of the day because they don't give a crap about me, and they may not be there tomorrow. And if I'm not, they'll replace me by dark that day. And when that don't work, I'm gonna have a bad attitude because I'm short on funds and I can't pay the bills. But even if I had a happy attitude, the situation gonna be what the situation is, whether I'm happy or sad. So I might as well be happy. I might as well enjoy this day because I'm not promised tomorrow. Because Jesus could come and then we're in heaven and all this don't matter anyway. That's just how much this matters. At the end of the day, Jesus could come and none of this mattered to begin with. Why do we make a bigger deal out of the stupid things and less appreciation for the important things? God, spouse, kids, extended family. That's how it should be. God, spouse, kids, extended family. But in your mind, in your heart, rent or mortgage, self-gratifying, whatever it is, because I earned it, because I work, because I this, because I that. Maybe eventually spouse. If I ever feel like it, kids, but I ain't worried about the kids because that's the spouse's responsibility. I have no idea why the finances, the family, the house, the job aren't what you want them to be. Nothing in your life has priority. You haven't prioritized anything, starting with yourself, because you can't even get your mood straight. You can't get your moods, your emotions, your mind, your thought, your mouth. You can't get this. You can't get this together. How in the world you gonna get anything else together? Oh, I know. Let's look out the window. I don't even know what to say about that. But guys, for real, that's insane to me. It's an insane concept, and I don't know. I don't know what to say about things like that because, like I said, I've seen good times and I've seen bad times in what was supposed to be bad times in my life. And you know what? I don't lie. I had a minivan repoed back in the day. Couldn't afford to make payments. And it happens. It happens to the best of us. You know what? They took my minivan, and I remember we where we couldn't walk to, we rode our bikes to. And I was grown then. Now, like I said, I was grown. I had kids. I had a minivan. You know, it wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't the end of the world. Make me treat my family like crap situation. I mean, we decided, okay, we don't have a vehicle, but the store is not that far. If I remember right, the store was like a mile away. And we would hold the kids' hands and take a walk. It is what it is. And if if you had the money, then if we had the money and the weather was good, we would walk up to the store and catch a cab back. Until such time we was able to get another car. When the lights got cut off, we played games. When we were facing homelessness, we went fishing. I can't imagine. And my kids are grown now. My kids are grown, and I'm so glad that I could sit here and look back on those times and not remember them as the times I scared my kids to death because they didn't know where they were going to lay their head, or they didn't know how they was going to get to food, or we're sitting there in the dark and, oh, the boogeyman going to get us. My kids right now will tell you, they don't remember us being homeless. They don't. They remember us going camping. They remember us going fishing. They remember us sitting in the dark playing games and watching movies. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Because I can't imagine them times being anything other than what they were. And it's like, wow, So, I don't know, guys. God the Father is such a good God that you can have. And if you're watching those videos that I post on my Facebook page, then you should know by now what a joy is. If you watch Rodney Howard-Browne, them people sitting there laughing, that's not fake. That's not fake. But if you sit around thinking it is, then you're the one that's never going to have that kind of joy. I mean, it's a choice. You can have that joy, that love, that peace, or you can have that misery, that uncertainty, and that anger, that hatred, that fear, that anxiety, that depression. You can have all that. I'm not trying to take that from you. If that's what you want, then you have it. I don't understand why you want it, but it's all yours, because I don't want it. I sure don't want it. But I'm gonna pray for you guys, not on this video because I prayed this morning, but I'm gonna pray this evening as I'm going to bed, and I'm getting ready to go and have me some dinner, and then get ready to prayer and worship. I don't know if you guys noticed this. It's just what I do because it's what I have the time to do. Not everybody has the time, and I get that. And that's why I post in the morning. That's why I post in the evening. Because I, right now, have the privilege of being able to have prayer and worship time in the mornings and in the evenings. Because I am a stay-at-home mother. Now, when I move, then that may change, and I may just, I may be doing prayer and worship either in the morning or in the evening, or it will never be neglected. Know that. I will have my prayer and worship time the same way I have my breakfast or my lunch or whatever other time, because I will go without food. I will spend my breakfast time fasting to spend time with my Father. So don't worry about that. I mean, my life might change, and my prayer and worship and relationship with my Father might change, but it will never regress. It will always progress. So with that, guys, I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a great February the 9th, and I'll see you tomorrow.